Have you ever wondered why some people earn more money, yet somehow always feel broke? And why someone earning less can slowly build wealth, while another person with a bigger paycheck keeps starting from zero? The answer might not be your salary, it might be your brain. Because your brain has a strange relationship with money, it doesn't care about your financial future. It cares about what feels good right now. And that simple difference could be costing you thousands of dollars without you even realizing it. Imagine this. You wake up one morning and suddenly find an extra $1,000 in your bank account. What is the first thought that comes to your mind? Maybe it's a new phone, a nice dinner, a shopping spree. Or maybe you think, oh, I deserve this. And there's nothing wrong with enjoying your money. But here's the interesting part. Your brain is naturally wired to choose an immediate reward over a future benefit. Psychologists call this present bias. Your brain sees two choices. One gives you pleasure today, the other gives you something bigger, but later. And your brain whispers, why wait? That's why spending $100 today feels exciting, while putting that same $100 toward your future feels almost invisible. You can see the new shoes,
struggle to resist temptation.
You can feel the new phone. You can
Our brains are
the
wired.
expensive dinner. But you can't see the money you might have 10 years from now, and your brain struggles to emotionally value something it can't see. This is where the first trap begins. You
Take
start
my money,
believing that
please!
spending money makes you happy. When what you're really buying is a temporary feeling. Think about the last time you bought something you didn't really need. For a few minutes, maybe you felt amazing. That little dopamine rush, the excitement, the feeling of, I finally got it. But then something strange happened. The excitement disappeared. And suddenly, you wanted something else. A newer phone, better clothes, a nicer car, a bigger house. Your brain had already moved on to the next reward. And this is why lifestyle inflation is so dangerous. You get a raise, your income increases, and instead of feeling richer, your expenses quietly increase with it. The apartment gets bigger, the subscriptions multiply, the dinners become more expensive, and somehow, you're still waiting for the next paycheck. Your income went up, but your financial freedom didn't. Why? Because your brain adjusted. What once felt like luxury slowly became normal, and once something becomes normal, you stop feeling grateful for it, you simply want more. But here's where things get really interesting. Your brain doesn't just influence what you buy, it also influences how you see yourself. Imagine two people receiving the exact same $1,000. The first person thinks, what can I buy with this? The second person thinks, what can I do with this? That sounds like a small difference, but it's actually a completely different way of thinking. The first person sees money as something to consume, the second sees money as a tool, and over time, those two mindsets can create two completely different lives. One person constantly asks, can I afford this? The other asks, will this make me wealthier? One thinks about the price, the other thinks about the return. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people are trained to think like consumers. From childhood, we're constantly surrounded by messages telling us what we need: the newest phone, the newest car, the newest fashion, the newest experience. You don't even have to want something anymore. You just have to see it enough times. And suddenly your brain creates a new desire. That's why social media can quietly destroy your financial peace. You open your phone for 5 minutes, and suddenly you're watching someone else's vacation, someone else's luxury car, someone else's perfect house, someone else's successful life, and your brain makes a dangerous comparison. Why don't I have that? So you spend money trying to feel like you're catching up, but the problem is,
You don't know what you're actually catching up to. You see someone's lifestyle. You don't see their debt. You see the car. You don't see the monthly payment. You see the vacation. You don't see the credit card bill. You see the highlight. You don't see the hidden cost. And this creates one of the biggest money traps of all. Spending money to impress people who aren't even thinking about you. But there's another psychological trap that's even more powerful. It's called the sunk cost effect. Imagine you've paid for an expensive gym membership. You stop going after 2 weeks, but you keep paying for months because you think, I already spent the money. So you continue wasting money just because you don't want to admit the original decision was a mistake. The same thing happens with subscriptions, bad investments, unnecessary purchases,
Even businesses. Sometimes the smartest financial decision isn't making more money. It's stopping the money leak. And now comes the biggest shift. Wealthy thinking isn't about never spending. It's about spending consciously. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this?" ask yourself 3 questions. Will I still want this in 30 days? Is this buying me something useful or just a temporary feeling? And most importantly, is this helping my future self or stealing from them? Because here's something your brain doesn't want you to remember. Every dollar you spend today has 2 lives: the life it gives you now and the future it could have created. That doesn't mean you should never enjoy your money. It means you should decide where your money goes before your emotions decide for you. Because your brain will always chase the next reward, the next purchase, the next upgrade, the next dopamine hit. But financial freedom begins when you learn to pause,
just for a few seconds, and ask, do I actually want this? Or did someone convince me that I need it? That one question can change the way you spend, and maybe the way you live. Because the biggest obstacle between you and financial freedom might not be your income. It might not be your job. It might not even be the economy. It might be the invisible programming inside your own mind. Your brain was designed to survive, to seek pleasure, to avoid pain, to choose now over later. But wealth is often built by doing the opposite, choosing later over now, choosing patience over impulse, choosing ownership over appearance, and choosing freedom over temporary status. So the next time you get paid, don't immediately ask, "What can I buy?" Pause and ask a better question. What can this money become? Because the difference between being rich for a moment and becoming wealthy for life may begin with nothing more than a thought. And sometimes, the most expensive thing you can buy is a life designed by someone else's desires.